Back. Hopefully everyone's doing good. We're going to be inking some manga here. My manga, for anyone who's new to these videos or channel, and the manga is Bounty's Gate. So right now I'm on panel 4. Already got these done. You guys actually saw me sketching some of this in one of my other streams. I think it was just like the last stream or something. We got 6 people, 5 people. Everyone's gonna start coming in. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's up? Let's start off with. Let's see. I'm gonna close this. Go down here. Go up here. Well, actually, that bubble's gonna. Nope. $39 people, 44 people is jumping up super fast. What's up, Rogue Artist? What's up, Eric D? I cannot read that. Paradox Animation, I think it is. Animations. Israel Brooks, y'all ready for this? Hey, what's up, everybody? What is up? Alright, so I had to put this layer at the very top there. Let me make sure I got everything in a good spot here. Because I'm going to feel more comfortable drawing closer down here, and I'm going to be drawing right here. So I'm going to try to pull this further down a little bit for us here. Alright, that should be okay. I could deal with that. Some different music going here. That was a horrible. That one's decent. Oop. That's horrible too. Oh, I'm also up too high. Normally I'm 15. Oops. I put my brush up higher because I was doing something earlier. Doing something different earlier. There we go. What's up? 55 people in. Good to see everyone here. Moonray56 again with the super chats. Hey Kuzo, me again. Hope I can get a shout out. Well, every time someone super chats, I always try to get to them and say their name in their super chat. So it's also the best way to get in a proper question if you wanted an answer too. So, but thank you very much for the super chat. No obligation for anyone to do super chats, by the way. I'm not necessarily here for that, but I definitely welcome them. They're nice, so I am very grateful for every bit of support you guys give me, because you guys are awesome. I mean, let's be real, like, I never thought I would get this far anyways, so in like any online stuff. I remember I remember back when I was that young aspiring artist, which I'm still aspiring and still relatively young compared to most people in the world. Back when I never thought I would get over 2,000 like followers. So everyone's been in that point. Everyone who is somewhere even now has been at that point at some point in their life. So if you feel hopeless with that, don't worry. Just keep going. This is actually very important, what I'm doing here with this hair. Very important in my mind, because I've noticed a problem I've been having with Olia's hair, because once again, I didn't draw her out like a bunch of times to figure out exactly how I want to draw her. And the same goes for like other series. You'll notice like the way Naruto's hair slowly changes and how it's drawn, how many spikes there are compared like the first volume compared to like volume 20. Um, Same goes for Deku. His hair slightly changes. And I'm going to that stage right now where I'm actually getting a set amount of spikes here in between. So I realized that I want there to be 3 spikes and her little hair pieces right here to connect at that point. And these are little things that I didn't think about when I started this. I mean, I did a concept sheet for her, but I didn't think that far into it. And like for Owen, I foresee myself getting down his little hair piece up here a little bit more refined. And like the rest of his hair, I'll probably get it down more refined as I go and learn how I like to draw them. All part of the process. My glove keeps on getting caught on my screen on my case. Ugh, I might want to take this case off actually. Wait, is it getting caught anymore? No, I don't think it's getting caught. 93 people in here. Hey, what's up, everyone? Coquito. I don't even know if that's how I would pronounce that, but hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Harukami Art? Just Harukami. What's up? Harukami says, Owen has a really nice design. I like it a lot. He's fun to draw. Thank you very much. Honestly, it was kind of difficult for me to draw when I first started drawing him, but that's kind of how it is for every character. I feel like most people who start drawing their character, they don't know exactly what they want unless you're one of those people that somehow know exactly what you want all the time, or got really lucky. But Owen was not my favorite character to learn how to draw. In fact, his hair piece in the middle, that huge ahoge, was one of the most annoying things to try to get down into something that felt like a main character, like something that if you saw the silhouette of him, you would know it's him type of thing. It was one of the most annoying characters to try that with. But it was fun. I feel like it was worth it in the end because when I draw him now, I feel like I have a connection to him being closer to what I originally wanted. But when I first designed him, I felt like I was very far away from that. So it was one of the things that kind of grew on me. But thank you, Harukami. Harukami. And everyone else that's here, we're at 98 people. What's up, everybody? Mr. Dudeman15 says, Hi, Kuzo. This is my first live stream with you. Thank you very much. Good to see you here. Good to see everyone else as well. Also, I started watching, oh my gosh, Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to call it Kaizai all the time. Jujutsu Kaisen. And yeah, I really like it. I think I'm on episode 2. Well, I just finished up episode 2 yesterday. I'm going to be on episode 3. I really like it. It's cool. It's fun and interesting. Super shonen, but it has that little twist to it. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit more spry in the beginning of this stream, a little bit more chatty. A lot of that is because, 1, inking is a little bit easier right now. 2, I've had a crap load of coffee. 111 people in. Good to see you guys. I don't know if you guys are talking to me, but someone said, It was Haruka said you should really check out the manga too. It has a really unique inking style, and yes, I have checked out the comic. It is very it's a little bit more sketchy, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. That's really cool too. Kind of like Tokyo Ghoul was kind of like that. Um, a person, literally the name of the person who's saying this, said, yo, does anyone know what Kuzo is using? And he's probably referring to what I'm inking with, and that is really just a modified G pen. And you pretty much do whatever you want with your G pen, but the way you modify it, the best way to modify it, I suggest you guys play around with these settings here. You click onto the side and you play around with these settings. That's not opacity, but uh, this one. You play around with that setting and make the brush you want and everything else here. But it's just a brush, custom brush that I made on here based off of the G pen that's on Clip Studio, which I have not been able to fully replicate on Procreate yet, actually. I have not been able to fully replicate this brush on Procreate. Let me show you guys what I mean. This is the closest thing I have to a manga brush on Procreate, and you can see it's close, but it's not quite what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for pixels. That's what I'm looking for. And I tried doing that, but I'm gonna have to try something else. I'm gonna have to try putting in like I wouldn't say a square and then have it randomized, but I'm thinking maybe a star shape and have it be randomized, but it has to be almost an oblong star shape, I feel like. Like it's not going to be perfect. Like some of these are going to be different than the other. And you might be asking why. And it's because of the way Procreate randomizes things. It's, I don't know. I use Clip Studio for inking mostly, so it doesn't really bother me that much. I actually kind of need... This is something that impressed me with Clip Studio. Ah, my Apple Pencil's getting low. No. This is something that impressed me with Clip Studio when I got it on the iPad. Is the fact that you can actually double screen. It's pretty cool. Alright, I'm trying to make sure I get this accurately. For those of you who are wondering, the manga is not out yet. I've noticed a lot of people asking me where to read the manga. The manga's not out yet. This is the first chapter. I'm working on it right now. The best place to know when it comes out is my Instagram and my stories there. But also, for those of you guys who are planning to watch more and more of these streams, make sure to turn on the notifications, the notification bell, and turn on further notifications on this channel and my other channel, but this one specifically in this case because I've actually seen a lot of comments saying they didn't get notified that I even went live. So yeah, make sure to turn on the notifications and you'll get notified when I go live. I think these lines might be too thin. I want to zoom out and see. Not too bad. Goodness gracious, all this foreshortening is really stretching my brain with all this mechanical stuff. Trying to be very careful with how I actually do this. I feel like I'm slowly getting back into the flow of things. I was a little rusty in those first few pages, but I'm slowly getting it back. Slowly, but surely. I don't know if I should play this song. It's like an opera. It's copyright-free music, alright? Huh. Give me a second here. I need to try to... My iPad is at 14%, but I have it plugged in. It looks like my extension cord's probably not working, but I'm right here. There we go. We're all set and we're starting to charge. Oh boy. Alright. Who likes the opera? This is about the time where I see my analytics dip. Everyone starts leaving. I'm gonna go to a different song. Oh, this is what I was into. Oh. Right now the brightness on my iPad is down. So it went down to 15%. Oh. It went back up. Thank you, iPad. You guys probably couldn't see the difference, because the camera adjusts for the difference. Actually, I think I want to make this. Oh. I think I want to make this finger a little bit shorter. This should be alright. I want to make sure I... That should be okay. No, you're not going to be able to see the thumb on that side. Alright, let's get this. Let me see if that's a good... Yeah, that's good thickness. Anyways, we got 141 people in here. Welcome, everyone. Good to see everyone here. Oh, I got $4 in super chat. Looks like I got another super chat around here somewhere. I need to try to find it. Let me see if maybe I click on it. No, it's not gonna get me. I will try to find the super chat real quick. Oh, I found it. Okay, from Moonray again. I mean, why would I? Why would I think otherwise? Moonray says, "Hey Kuzo, can I get a shout out? Tochigo Kudosaki. Kudosaki. I'm guessing that's your name on probably other social media platforms. That's one thing I'm not sure I'm gonna be doing. I mean, I do appreciate everyone when they do super chat, but I don't want super chats to turn into something where like everyone starts asking for shout outs to their accounts. It's not healthy. But Moonray has given about 90% of the super chat so far. So, but thank you very much, guys. Good to see everyone here. 44 people in now. And that's a bit too thick. How's that? That should be okay. Now what we're gonna do is, I think I can actually bring this up now. Thin out some of these corners, so that way it looks more or less rigid. Thin some out here. I got snow diamonds. Snow diamonds. No, okay. I got another super chat from Snow. I'm just gonna call you S Snow. And then, which would you recommend, Procreate or Clip Studio? I would recommend Clip Studio. But if you're someone who doesn't have enough money to pay a monthly subscription, it shouldn't be too high of a subscription, so it should be okay. But Clip Studio, when it comes to doing professional manga work, I recommend Clip Studio. It just has way more tools, but Procreate can do the job. I have done manga pages on Procreate, so I wouldn't say Procreate's bad in any sort of way. I use Procreate personally for painting and sketching, but it's totally possible to do a manga page on there. I mean, it even has lettering now. So before it didn't have the option to put in text. It's had that for a little while now. So it's actually become something where you can create a full manga page on there. Before you couldn't. You would have to export and put in lettering somewhere else. So a lot has changed, and I think they even made an option where you can make screen tones as well on there. Let me gradient map, no curve, noise, sharpen, bloom, halftone, maybe. So it does something that's similar to screen tones, and it's called halftone, and this is what it does. And it's close, but not quite. Like, look what it does to the colored stuff. Interesting, but not quite screen. But maybe it has something similar to it. Let me. Oh, I see what that does. I don't know. Procreate I use for more, like I said, my sketching and stuff like that. So, because it's a lot more intuitive. Like if I'm going to be inking something, I see myself following a lot of the stuff I've already laid down. If I'm sketching something, I want to get in there and get out without any problems. And Procreate is super easy for that. You go in there, you click on a button, and you're in. Like Clip Studio, it's quite close. Like, but it feels more like a real program that's on a desktop. And so, I mean, you can get used to like just coming in here and creating canvas real fast, and sure, it's just as good, but I like the flow of being able to get out an idea fast on Procreate. Like, I just did some background concept sketches for the next page I'm going to be working on Procreate earlier today, and I shared it with my Patreons. It's fun stuff, and I'm probably going to give them the time-lapse version of it too. By the way, for anyone who's interested in joining my Patreon, link is in the description. If you guys want to see more content of updates on Bounty's Gate and stuff like that, as well as anime art tutorials. But no obligation. It's all up to you. Just here to have fun and draw with you guys. One of my goals is actually eventually to be able to go full-time on Bounty's Gate, but we'll see that. We'll see about that. Or in general, just my projects, but we'll see. Alright, let's see if that's good enough. I don't like what I did there. I did right here. That should be alright. We got 162 people right now. That's awesome. 118 likes. And yeah, cool to see everyone here. I think we've hit our highest in concurrent viewers this time around. Not currently, but I think at one point we had hit 172 on this stream. We're at 26 minutes. Good to see everyone here. Hope everyone's having a good day, good time. Whether you're drawing along or doing whatever you're doing, I'm glad you're here. Oh, what the? Let's see if that's okay. Really trying to focus on the hand there. After this, I'm also thinking about doing, not thinking about, I'm probably going to be working on a new YouTube video. I'm going to be doing something fun that maybe I'll have out tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see. We got 178 people in here. Coolio, good to see everyone here. Just gonna scroll here through the comments for a second, see if I missed any super chats just in case. Don't believe I did. And gonna get back to some drawing real quick, and I'll look at some comments in a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna be trying to maybe get a video out tomorrow. I'll let you guys know by the end of the night on my Instagram. So we'll see. And then I got some other stuff planned for my Instagram. Actually, not my Instagram, my YouTube main channel. Man, I actually have a lot of videos that I want to do, and I'm kind of like blindsided, being like, which one should I do? Should I do more manga stuff right now? Should I do this one that I was planning on doing? But I guess it's good to have more options than none, you know? So I'm kind of excited about that. And it feels real good to be back on track. As many of you know, many of you have been around for a while, know how I hit a really rough patch with my health and stuff. I've been doing a lot better now, but I'm definitely not out of the woods. I definitely have some good days and very bad days. So, but we are moving along like a shonen character. We gotta keep going, because life stops for no one. You know when I tell you, no one. I was planning on doing some practicing this on some paper this stream, but looks like I might just be inking. I'm having a lot of fun inking Olia here, actually. I like this because it's starting to feel a little bit more like the flow and ink. Like I said, I was a little bit rusty. It's starting to feel a little bit more like we're at 180 people live right now. Good to see that. Could fluctuate. Just went down to 179. So, but it's starting to feel a little bit more like my first page. I actually really like this first page. I didn't like it at first when I first did it, but little young Olia and young Owen here. fun stuff. And there we go. Well, let's get some more music going here. All right. There we go. Owen's finger. I'm gonna draw this on a different layer real quick. Owen, and because I don't want to erase the wrong parts of the crutches yet. So it's a pain to get them back. I know I could always do the backspace, but this is a little bit easier. I always like drawing these kinds of hands. I had a rough time with the hand the other day, and I'm thinking about doing a hand practice for my main channel, where I do a lot of hand practicing. Ooh, I need to reposition myself. Oh, my leg's going numb. My leg is going numb. Oh, that's not good. Now I'm sitting on my leg. See what you guys do to me. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so now that I did that, I'm going to go down here. Go here. Is that hand a good enough size? Yeah, it's a good enough size. I like it. Alright, so I guess we'll keep sketching on or inking on that layer. It doesn't really matter. I need to zoom out to get a bigger picture. I have a problem with accidentally zooming in too far. There was a point where I actually did really good at not zooming in too far, and now I'm going back to zoom in too far. Because if you zoom in too far, you get this kind of tunnel vision where you think you're inking everything right, but then you end up not getting basically all your lines could be too thin compared to the whole page. The details are too much, because you don't want to go into something this small and make as much details as you would for something this big, because it'll look weird. That's one of the downsides. One of the things you gotta learn about digital is there's certain things that can really throw off your work from looking traditional. I actually had someone just the other day comment on my Twitter saying, I can't tell if this is digital or traditional, one of my inks, and that's always a good thing to hear, because I mean, I'm not trying to make it look digital, but if it looks a little digital, like my feelings aren't hurt. But hearing that it sounds a little bit more, or looks more traditional is always a good thing, especially when it's done digitally. Always welcome. More music here. I'll just play this one again. Alright, I'm going to look at some of we got 186 people in here, and we got 151 likes. Good to see everyone. We're at 34 minutes. Wow, there are some very long paragraphs being typed here. I don't know if I can read all this, but I'm going to look through this real quick. I'm subbed on my phone. That's cool. I don't know. I'm not going to even... Okay, I'll try to pronounce her name. Watch this butcher right here. It's Xavier Prewitt. Sorry for butchering your name. I think I'm going to sub to you. Well, thank you very much, Vortex 6100. Well, 6100 or 6100. How do you go from anatomy to detail? That is kind of like just, if you're talking about learning it, I mean, first you gotta learn anatomy, then you also gotta the detail is essentially everything that anatomy is essentially. Anatomy can be so many things, but I look at anatomy as more of a structure than a detail, but there can be detail to anatomy, like muscles and stuff. So I didn't want to say anatomy is just a structure, but taking a drink of coffee real quick. But I mean, that's kind of it, where you have a shape, and then depending what that shape's supposed to be, you end up putting in details in order to make it into whatever you want it to be. Depending on how much detail you decide to put into it is really up to you. Learning detail is looking at things that you want to draw, those things you want to draw, and seeing the more extreme version of them with detail compared to the less extreme, typically more stylized version of what you want to draw. But yeah. Like clothing detail, oh my gosh, that's a very good example where anime stylizes clothing very heavily compared to what it actually looks like in real life. And they stylize clothing to the point where it almost looks like the type of chunkiness is almost consistent to what leather actually does, like leather coats and stuff. Because it's more chunky, there's less wrinkles in between everything, so you can actually relate that more to leather. Even though the way that the shines are and the way that they're colored doesn't look like leather, because you can also create detail and texture through the way you make things shine. Kind of like compared, like if I had black here compared to if I took black and then I made a shine like this on it, it would look more like leather if you did that all over the black. By the way, I hope everyone's doing good. 182 people, always fluctuating, but always good. Having a good time here. Definitely a little bit more consistent than some of our other streams. Maybe that's also because I gave you guys a 6-hour notice instead of a 1-hour notice that I was going to stream. I'm trying to get better at it. I'm trying to get better at like knowing, having a specific time I know I'm going to stream, and then letting you guys like know even a day ahead of time, or 2 days, or 3 days, 4 days, a week. I've always been a pretty sporadic content creator to begin with. Before I had my health problems, which I'm going back to now, what I'm about to talk to. Before I had my health problems, a lot of my content was more sporadic, but you always knew you were going to get something every week, basically. That's how it was. So it was almost like people always said it's good. People would always said for branding purposes and for company purposes, it's really good to have a structure and saying it's coming out every Friday. Everyone knows it's coming out every Friday, which is actually a really good thing. But I kind of went through it thinking it's kind of like a present every week, and never know when it's going to come, but you know it's going to come. So it could really make your day or break your day, type of thing. And then if I post something, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think it was going to come today, and then it comes today. That's kind of my thought process behind what I've been doing, but maybe I should have a consistent schedule. Who knows? But if I was consistently uploading every week, I think that's kind of a surprise throughout the week for some people, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, you tell me. We're at 196 people. That is, and it just fluctuated a bit down, but that is the highest we've gone, all of us have gone, in a stream yet with concurrent viewers. That's totally awesome. It's all thanks to everyone watching, because if no one was watching, I wouldn't have that many people watching. Alright, so where are we on this panel? We're doing pretty good. Just the hardest part here is probably the next hand. I'm just going to come in here, swipe that in there. Do this knuckle, finger. Man, I should drink this much coffee before every stream. Whew. But when it comes to streams where I'm actually like drawing out a page, definitely more slow paced because I want to make sure I'm not wasting my pencil lines. I want to make sure I'm actually drawing what I want to draw, getting it correctly. Because when I was actually drawing, when I was drawing manga for Neuer, one of the things I noticed that was most effective with speed wasn't drawing faster, it was just getting it right the first time. That is probably the biggest thing I learned was, and I mean, not from anyone, it was from my own experience, but just learning it on my own is not drawing fast, but getting it right the first time. Because if you look at most of you people here, if you look at your art and you look at what takes up the most time, it's probably all the times you actually had to redraw something compared to the times when you're just not drawing fast. So there's a big difference. Oh, legs going numb again. Oh boy. Oh, gotta reposition here. Ugh. Whoa, we're at 202. Wait, that's the highest now. We're all doing great here. Good to see everyone in. Good to see everyone in. It's cool. Hopefully you guys are liking the digital inking. I've been trying to make it feel as traditional as possible. I don't really like to do a whole lot of digital gimmicks. For speed's sake, I do some, but generally I try to stick away from doing too many. Because I don't want to get rusty at like traditional work, you know? Like, because everything I'm doing here, hatching, I can do traditionally. Nothing's any different. It's just like stroke technique. That's why even when I paint, I try to paint as close to traditionally as possible. I try not to use too much. So I know a lot of people have seen me use multiply, but multiply is something just to make it go faster because I've already learned a lot of the stuff to do it without multiply. But that's not my painting per se. That's more of like my cell shading stuff. And I don't have to do that. I can do this. Fill that in. Do this. Got that filled. We're gonna do that. And actually, I'll leave that there for now. Fill in everything at once with these blacks. Folias. Do that and Alright, so I'm gonna take that, get this going, and big old fill right there. I don't even think putting that shine there is even worth it. It's for her other chest lumps. I don't know if the other word's okay for you too. The watermelons. I don't think it's necessary when there's that little of it there. So it actually might be more beneficial for it to not be there for this context. Yeah, I think that's all right. I'll pull this. Oh, what? Oh, okay, I know why that's happening. It's just do that. look at some comments here in a second. We're at 45 minutes. Only going to be going a tiny bit longer here. Been keeping a consistent 45 to just below 50 minutes recently. It's been a nice sweet spot because I also want to work on some video content for the main channel tonight. Got to get to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this ink went pretty well so far. Yeah, I like it. I like how it turned out. There's definitely going to be some like effects, speed lines and stuff here, but probably not going to do that now. But I want to save this just in case something bad happens. I'm going to look through some of these comments here real quick. Wait, where are you going to make this? Mr. Dudeman15 says, wait, are you going to make this a traditional manga or a webtoon? I'm going to obviously be making it into some sort of digital form for free online, and webtoons is definitely one of the options. And I might be doing it webtoon style, I don't know, I'll see, but there's always also the option for putting it out traditionally at some point too. I don't have any plans for traditional right away. I'm going to be putting out digital first and just trying to give a good experience that way, because that's going to be free for people to buy or free for people to read. The other one's going to take money to actually, you know, put it out traditionally, so I want to see how people like it first, like that. So anyways, let's just look at a couple more. How big of a project is Bounty's Gate, and how many chapters do you have written out? I have basically 2 chapters pretty much written out, about 2 to 3, and then I have 3 more past that concepted out, and then I have a rough general kind of like plotting of the rest of the story. And I originally wanted it to be pretty big, but I recently started thinking that I might want to actually, here, I'm going to actually start putting in, while I'm talking, just doing some rough ideas on where I want to put these speed lines. But recently I decided I think I want to make it a roughly a medium-sized series where it can be up to like 10 volumes or you know, 7 volumes. I don't know, I'll see. But I'll see where it takes me. Right now, I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing how it feels. But I don't want it to be a super long series because I have some other things that I might want to do. This is kind of just a fun series for me. But I don't know. Could turn a little bit more than that. Anything can really do that. But anyways, I'll probably leave that off here. Super big thanks to everyone who showed up. It was super fun actually doing this ink. I might actually leave these speed marks. I don't know. I'll obviously clean up the inside of everything here. I would, you know, get rid of everything like that. But in any case, big thanks to everyone who showed up. We hit 200 people concurrent at one point. That was awesome. So in any case, thank you everyone for coming. If you want to support me, you guys can definitely check out my Patreon, or just hit the bell icon on either of my channels and watch my videos. In any case, super big thanks again, guys. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.